Buy cheap and safe NBA 2k22 MT at NBA2king.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase. Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's time to, I guess, rant a little bit. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Season 3 right now, my team, Hoopmas, and all that wonderful stuff, and just kind of tell you guys how I'm personally feeling about this compared to others. You can see we have Hoopmas from December 17th to December 31st, and I will say so far, Hoopmas has just been a massive disappointment for myself. Maybe it's been for you, and here's the main reason. So, I actually consider myself to be one of the more lucky people when it comes to Hoopmas. I'll show you guys the rewards that I've gotten. Here's my Twitter just to show you guys. I had the exchange very first day. I got a present out of my Hoopmas pack, which is pretty cool. Got the Hall of Fame badge and ended up being a menace out of the exchange, which is pretty cool. I'll show you guys if you don't know how to do those. Day 2 ended up getting this nice little mistletoe ball, which is actually pretty sick. Then I got a candy cane on day 3, and then day 4 another candy cane. And if you guys didn't know, those are kind of what you want. So to show you guys, in the exchange, this is basically what it sums up to. There's a present event card that you can get daily, even though right now we can only get one a day, so there's not even really a point to get this, because the only way to get your candy canes is by opening your once a day pack, which it doesn't make a lot of sense. So you have to get 3 candy canes to lock it in for a present, but you can exchange one of these every single day, but it doesn't really do anything for us to be able to do it every single day if you can only get 1 candy cane a day. So far, that already doesn't make a lot of sense. But once you get your present, or if you just get a present straight from it, there's a Hall of Fame one that I have already finished. That'll be in there. It's a Hall of Fame badge, which is pretty cool. You can also lock it in for a diamond consumable right there, a second diamond consumable right here, 50 tokens right here for a present, which is actually pretty good. I would say that my top 2 would be the 50 my number 1 would be get the Hall of Fame badge, and 2 would be the tokens, and then you have a name with this player. There's a signature 3, which you can get daily if you use a present. I would get that after, and then a series 1 daily if you use any of your candy canes. Don't use your candy canes on those. Basically, what you should be doing is taking your candy canes, turning them into presents, and then doing them. Get your 50 tokens, get your Hall of Fame badge, get your consumables, and then you can just keep going with these daily packs, the signature series ones. But yeah, it's just, the system just doesn't make sense. On top of that, for Season 3, we ended up getting Clutch Time, which is probably the only W that we have in this entire thing is Clutch Time. It's been fun. It is cool. A lot of, I don't know, variation in what you can do in there, which is actually pretty cool, and it's actually, I don't know, it's a fun mode. And then we also got a Domination, which I'm gonna be honest is a massive L. At least my stats are finally tracking, even though it's only been 1 with Homecoming. There's some pretty cool stuff in there, but it turns out the 66-star Hall of Fame badges that you get kind of are trash, and overall people just, it's kind of an L. Yeah, there's token stuff to get in there, but it's just not fun. The Pink Diamond is kind of trash. We just got our vault updated very, very soon. I'm recording this a little bit early, but I'll show you guys as a Triple Threat Online. And we're going from actually pretty decent reports to, I would argue, worst rewards, which doesn't make sense. And it's especially frustrating if we compare it to what last year was. So, first, I guess I'll show you guys the cards that we're going to be getting. We have these 2 right here. Pink Diamond Bryant Reeves, who nobody's ever really excited about. 7-foot center. 7'2" wingspan. I mean, he's gonna be a good post guy and finisher, but we have a lot of those already. He can, protect the rim. He can be slow. And such at 18, I don't see why. And then Keith Van Horn, who again I've never really seen anybody get excited for. Yes, he's a 6'10" stretch. He had a Ruby back in 2K17 that was a demon, but dude just doesn't have defense, and I got badged out. Clamp's already so expensive, just not worth it. And he's one of the worst jumpers in the game. And then it's tough, man. Even we got these 4 guys, I still don't know how to get any of those. It's a whole mess for 2K, to be honest. And here's Season 3. Ice Dot was kind of cool. I love the fact that we have, Damian Lillard and Michael Redd. Those are 2 good cards, although Michael Redd is rare as hell. Lillard is amazing. I just got him. He's a beast. Cliff Robinson's nice. Dan Marley is going to be great when we can get him. And Allen Iverson's actually a pretty damn good card. Love Detlef Schrempf. It was overall all right. But if we compare it to last year, these are some of the Season 3 cards that we got last year. Alex Caruso was alright, Leandro Barbosa was alright, and Varejao was kind of trash. D. Brown was alright. Rudy Tomanovic for an Amethyst was actually pretty solid. Shane Battier was a good 3-and-D guy. You had to lock in to get this Gervin, Will Chamberlain, and Chris Webber. But we had this right here, which was amazing and added so much replayability to 2K. I had so many people all the time that were watching different videos that I was posting, trying to figure out what was going on, how to get some of these cards and do things, and it just added so many reasons to get on and play the game. Right now, I really don't have too much desire to get on and play 2K, and just because all the rewards are RNG, or the limited weekends just go away, and it's just what's the big deal? Hoopmas hasn't really added anything. There's nothing we can go and get for, but with this, we had these base cards. I think they came out once a week with spotlights, where you got Shaquille, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Steph Curry, and you would take these guys and you would just work up, grinding them. And I think once you finished like the main spotlight, I think you got one of these guys in Vlade Divac or Richard Hamilton, and the other one was in like the agendas, which is really cool. John Morant, you could get off of a bunch of locker codes that they kept adding, so you had to check Twitter and different things. There were different, just ways to get this John Morant, which is really awesome. Guys like Morris Peterson, I think Drew Holiday, Amon Shumpert, and Carmelo, or at least I think these 3 rubies, and I think Morris Peterson were all available by going into limited and grinding them out. I think Drew Holiday was an exchange, and then we had Allen Iverson and Richard Jefferson. I think Allen Iverson was another locker code that you ended up having to get, but Richard Jefferson was on the Triple Threat online boards, and it made you have to play so often, because once you got all of these cards at the end of the season, you got to lock in for basically, aside from the level 30, I think Kawhi Leonard, or level 40 Kawhi Leonard that we had, Baron Davis was the first Galaxy Opal that a lot of people could get, especially because these were all relatively easy to get. It just took a little bit of grinding, and it was fun grinding because, the cards that you wanted to get, were obtainable. Besides Richard Jefferson, it's kind of a little bit difficult, but ball drop method, stuff like that, and everybody was kind of playing these. And then you ended up getting Baron Davis. Granted, I think he had a pretty decent alternative in Damian Lillard that you could get off the collector level, so a lot of people that had a lot would do that. But this Baron Davis, sadly, that base dribble style was pretty trash, for being honest. But he did have the Damian Lillard jumper on it quick, which was awesome. He used to have a good behind the back until it got nerfed to the ground. He had decent on-ball steal tendencies, and the dude was just a demon. Like, he was a great finisher. He was stupid quick. I mean, you see that we have quick first step and unpluckable. He had clams, things like that. I don't know if I think they, they had trappers. These were the old badges. Interceptor and pickpocket, and won't remember him having that. But Baron Davis was actually a decent defender. He was a really good slasher, really good offensive guy in general, and he was just fun to play with. And he was an opal, so a lot of us just wanted to get him in general, just to use him, even if he really wasn't too much better than the Dwayne Wade that we got. But I mean, just look at this. We had 2 free pink diamonds, 3 free diamonds, 2 free amethysts, 3 free rubies, and then these were just kind of locker code cards, so you could do these spotlights. So those didn't really count too much. And then you locked all that in, you got a Galaxy Opal. And on top of that, we locked in for 2 free Galaxy Opals. We had the pink diamond George Gervin as well that you could lock in, and all these free cards, which is just nice. I just feel like 2K has fallen so far from it, because I mean, look at this. It ain't a dove. Like, yeah, CJ McCollum is alright, but I mean, this iced out set, or maxed out set in general, was just one that a lot of people weren't really too excited about, to be honest, when it dropped. We have these NBA 75th anniversary cards, which it feels like they're just trying to push on us and make us be excited for it, but nobody really is. They haven't even announced, like, any of the rewards. We have all of these cards right now, all split into different decades that are eventually going to lock in for mystery players, but we have no clue who they are. We haven't even been getting any hints for who they are. We thought we did, and then they deleted that part, so who just knows? Like, these are some of the best cards in the game, but I don't know, it just feels stale at this point. The card art is amazing, but we don't know why we would want to keep these cards. So in the beginning, everybody was excited about them, and now we're just kind of picking them up because we can add any badge to them in the game, to be honest. It's just, I don't know, it's interesting. Just the reasons to get on. Limited is fun when it's finally here, but there's been some weird restrictions for it. The Dan Marley card is actually pretty cool, but like, where are these pink diamonds that we can get in Triple Threat Online that are only available for this season, that we can lock in for different things? To me, it personally just feels like Season 1, 2, and 3 in my team this year have just been a step down from what Season 1, 2, and 3 were last year. I think Season 1 was great. Carmelo Anthony, just learning the game, getting him just like Steph Curry. It was a fun time. It was a cool time. Season 2, same thing. We had Blake Griffin last year. We had Kevin Garnett. It was kind of a step down from Season 1. But, and then Season 3, it feels like we had a step up. Everybody was playing the game. Everybody was interested in the game. And now that people are grinding for an Andre Drummond. Like, it doesn't really add up too much. And that's not to say that Season 3 was perfect. I will say, I don't think Season of Giving was, like, absolutely insane. But it was definitely a fun one. And I think as well, we did get some other things in, like, the Season 3 that actually were pretty fire, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, if I were to go back, I think all the way, here we go, Seasons of Giving. We were also getting, like, these weekly drops for Season of Giving, along with the Friday content drops consistently, where we got these, it's similar to the primetime stuff, but these were more cards that we were getting throughout the week, on top of getting those other sets and spotlights at the same time. So there was always stuff to do in the game. We were consistently getting these rewards for doing all of them. You can see it right here. We got unlimited rewards. We got Triple Threat Online rewards, Triple Threat Offline rewards, which was just, it was just nice. You know what I mean? It was just nice to have something else constantly updating, constantly going to grind for. And I feel like we've just kind of, I don't know, at least fell away from that a little bit, which is, I guess, severely upsetting. And it's not even that Season 3 last year was just great. It was just, I think this season has just been worse across the board. So 2K, please give us a little something, something. Hopefully, this Hoopmas is good, and once we get closer to Christmas, I mean, we're on the 20th right now, so we're only 5 days away, but hopefully as we get closer, they'll give us a little bit more something, something to it, because so far, this Hoopmas is just a massive L. I haven't really seen anybody that's excited about it. We just need more reasons to play the game and more reasons to get excited about it, because personally, a domination to get him 100 nobody that has one of the worst jumpers in the game, it just ain't it for me. So let me know what you guys' opinions on Hoopmas are. Maybe you've gotten lucky too, and I would imagine if I didn't get any presents or candy canes, I'd be even more upset with this. So some of you guys have only got, basketballs. I'm gonna assume Hoopmas has been even worse for you guys. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you guys did enjoy. Make sure you check out the MT sponsor, link in the description down below. If you want to pick out any MT to get any of the cards you want in the game, especially like Kobe Bryant. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.